Well, I guess good morning to everyone on this happy Sunday, October 19, 2025. I hope you guys are doing good. So in my podcast, I usually talk about politics, and I usually talk about, um, things that are happening, try to decode those things. Um, there has been a huge controversy in a community that I follow personally for a very long time. It's called the auditing community. For those that don't know what the auditing community is, I will try to briefly explain what that community is supposed to be, what that community was born to be, and why there's a huge controversy going on with that community right now. And I'm going to try to decode what's happening at this point. So, what is the auditing community? The auditing community is basically was born from the fact that people were concerned that our government officials did not know our constitutional rights. What the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, especially the Fourth Amendment, it was a big issue. That include cops, that include government officials, that include mayors, that include many people. We were having many issues, and we continue to have many issues with people not recognizing our constitutional rights. And for those that don't know, right, our Constitution is very clear about the rights that we are supposed to be able to have in this country. And I'm gonna actually mute my phone. Maybe I open the lines later, but I want to start, with this first, and then maybe we open the lines. But anyway, so our Constitution has a specific rules that the government should not interfere with us in certain rights that we have. Period. The First Amendment. So let's start with the First Amendment. The First Amendment gives you five elements. The five elements are the freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. That is very important. Freedom to regress your government, and freedom to assemble. What happens? So the community grew from people trying to exercise those rights. They did it with cameras. They did it with so the auditing community starts from there, right? From the concept of trying to ensure that our government officials respect those rights. At the same time, when exercising those rights, also respect our right to not have our information and all that put out there. That is the Fourth Amendment, right? The right not to seize your information, right? So with that in mind, a lot of people, and also the Second Amendment, in many occasions, a lot of people started also exercising that right based on the law, right? So a clear example of that is someone called the armed fisherman, Osolo Yacker, the way that he used to call himself before, here in Florida. So anyway, with that in mind, this community was born, and a lot of people online started doing this. From people like Direct D, to Long Island audits. You have Amagesa Press. You got so many people out there that it's hard for me to mention all of them, right? Honor Your Oath, that was one of the, what they call the OGs here in Florida. So you have many people doing this, a lot of people doing this online. So it became more common to see this, people out there and trying to effectuate changes at the micro level. And this is very important because this is where the controversy starts, right? Because when Charlie Kirk is killed, right, one of these big, auditors, one of those big people online that is called DirectD, came out and say, listen, I'm seeing that we not effectuating changes at the macro level, and all these people are starting to make this more about money instead of the main concept of effectuating changes, right? That's actually where the main issue starts from, right? That's the controversy between what DirectD is saying and the rest of the community right now, where they think that DirectD change his position. And if I understand what DirectD is saying clearly, right, in his position, maybe I may be wrong. I may be wrong, and DirectD could correct me, and that's fine. But I think what he's trying to say is, we try so hard for 10 years, all these different auditors, to make a change, but we're not seeing a change at the macro level. And we saw that. Hi Joel, how you doing? Thank you for being here. So we see this change at the micro level, maybe some little changes in some communities. Some cops are learning about this, some other people are learning about this, but at the macro level, we're not seeing that. We not, what happened to Charlie Kirk is a clear example that people still don't understand our constitutional right, even if we disagree with them. Like, that's the problem that we see in America, right? To give you a clear example, as a political commentator, I went yesterday to one of these No King's Day events to try to cover it, and some people were telling me, you cannot record me. It's not legal to record me. And this is not their fault. It's like, I think this is where DirectD is coming from. He's saying, listen, we keep blaming these people for not knowing that they have a constitution, that we all have a right, and that there's a constitution that we got to respect, no matter how we feel about it. And we keep trying to make and blame those people, that business, that government official, that policeman, that without effectuating changes at the macro level. And that's is the bottom line of what DirectD is trying to say. I think, a lot of people believe that he changed sides. He never changed sides. He's still trying to tell you the Constitution is important. It's just that we're going about it incorrectly. Plus, not only you going about it incorrectly in not effectuating changes at a macro level, you also getting economic benefits of that. So yeah, some of us want to get to making money online, but be honest about it, right? I want to dedicate my life to be a streamer now, right? That's my goal, and I'm going to be honest from the beginning. I'm going to try to sell merchandise. I'm going to live from your donations. I'm going to live from what I make from the shows. But a lot of these people are not being honest about it. They keep saying, oh, we are auditors, we are activists, but you're not really activists, you're not really auditors, because first of all, you're not making changes at the macro level, and second of all, you're getting an economical benefit from it. That's what DirectD is saying. And that is the main controversy here, right? Is being honest with you, with the people that are following you. And second of all, we have to start making changes at the macro level. If we're really a community, right, you will not be reporting that channel or saying that guy is doing it wrong. No, we will be working as a community to effectuate changes at the macro level. And that is the main problem here. They're not really working as a community. Sometimes they get together and then the next day they are fighting between them. They're saying that this guy did this, the other guy did that. And instead of working as a group, as a community, they're always fighting and doing things behind the backs. Other ones are not living the life that they're trying to proclaim they're living that life. And that's another huge issue, right? If I say I'm a constitutionalist and I believe in the rule of law and I want to respect the rule of law, I got to do that. I got to live my life as a person that follows those rules. So to give you a real example about that, yesterday when I went to the protest to cover the protest in Florida, they put a new law policy that you cannot carry guns, even conceal, in political events. I don't like the law. It's anti-constitutional, but I respect it. I left my gun at home. I didn't carry it because we got to respect the law. We got to live like that. So if the cop had stopped me and I had a gun on me and they arrested me, then I'm not doing something that I'm proclaiming to be doing that is following the law. And that's another point that DirectD is trying to make. Hey, if you are selling yourself as an activist, as someone that is going to do X, Y, C, you actually have to live like X, Y, C. You cannot be doing other things that are not within the realm of the law, you know, and those are things that I telling you, people are not understanding directly as he should be understand with this situation. It's clear what's happening here. So another thing that I believe directly is trying to explain is we need to start effectuating changes. Oh, come on. What are you doing now, camera? Wait. Stop it. Do I have to change the position of the camera now? Anyway, I don't know what's going on with my camera now. It's going crazy trying to follow me. But anyway, so one of the things that Directly is trying to say is we need to change this at the macro level, right? How do you change this at the macro level? I have plenty of ideas of how to change this at the macro level. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I think. Let me see. No. Okay. Anyway, I think my hands are forcing the thing to, like, you know, this camera has this AI technology. I gotta disable this. But anyway, the macro level is where we have to make the changes. And why Directly is saying this is when you see what happened to Charlie Kirk, right? What happened to Charlie Kirk clearly is a clear example that the issue of people not understanding our constitutional rights and applying our constitutional rights is not at a micro level. And the changes at the micro level are not working. They're not working, period. So, as a community, we have to adapt. The auditing community has to adapt. We got to learn from this and find a better way to teach about our constitutional rights, our rights, period. And I think no one is understanding the position that he has when he's saying these things. And you could say, well, he's not explaining. No, he's explaining very clearly what his position is. That's why I understand it. And if I'm wrong, maybe, you know, he could come and tell me that I'm wrong. I don't care, but I think I clearly understand where he's coming from. We need to find a better way to fix this at the macro level, period. We're not working to make real changes. We are just right now doing these changes at a micro level, and where maybe this police station recognize now our rights. Maybe this little township in XYC little town in Tennessee now, you know, penalize a cop because he violated Mr. Gray's rights or whatever. We're doing this at a micro level. What he's saying, what Directly is saying, we need to do this at a macro, not micro, macro level. So we need to understand why what happened to Charlie Kirk. We need to understand why they keep attacking people when they are expressing themselves in schools. We need to understand why people get violent with someone recording. That's what we need to do. How can we change that? I got ideas. I think one of the main problems that we have today in today's society is our school system. See, what Directly said very clearly, when you go to these places, right, and you got some other people out there doing this, and they go to dispensaries, they go to this, they go to stores. When these people see what you're doing and they get mad, it's because they don't know what is legal and what's not legal, right? That's the main concept. So why do they do not know that? Why? That's where we need to start. That's where we as a community, we need to start working as, you know, to teach those people, even before they are out there, what is really happening. How can we prevent these things from happening? See what I'm saying? How? I don't know what's going on with this. Let me see. Can I do this? No, like right here? No. So I gotta do, what's this hand? And right here. Let's see. Right here? Anyway, whatever. Let's keep going back and forth. I'm getting frustrated that I'm not in focus on the camera. But anyway. So how can we do that? We have to start teaching them at the school level. We have to, that's one of my ideas, right? We need to ensure that these people in our educational system, and even if they come as immigrants to the United States, they learn about our constitutional rights and what they mean with more details. This is not being taught. A lot of us don't even know about any of these things until we go to an adult life or encounter a situation where we need to work throughout these details. And I think that is the main issue here, right? DirectD is trying to establish a point, a clear point, that what all this community has been doing for the last 10 years are not making changes at the macro level, period. Do I have a problem? Okay. At the macro level, period. We're not seeing changes. And with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, that was very, very clear. Our colleges are not teaching this. Our schools are not teaching this. They're not, Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say for whatever reason that the school is teaching the kids about like learning the First Amendment. Okay, they learn the First Amendment. Tell me, what are the elements of the First Amendment? Oh, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, freedom to regress your government, all those freedoms, right? Perfect. The student recites them. But when you ask them, what does that mean? They are completely blindsided. The fact that you just tell them to learn what is the First Amendment, what is the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, and all the amendments without explaining to them what is really behind them, by using examples, by detailing each of these rights separately and expressing to them and explaining to them, the students, what this means, we will never get out of this hole at the macro level. I think this is a generational issue, right? We need to start from now, and the next generations are going to, be the ones that are going to start adapting more and more at the macro level to this, rights, and learning about them and understanding them. If we don't do that, if we continue these changes at the micro level, we will never make a change. And that's where this community is failing drastically, because for the last 10 years we have been making micro changes, and they have been making micro changes, and I think that we need to learn to adapt. That's all DirectD is saying, and I think that's what I understand. And if you don't understand it that way, I think that's why he gets mad and he's explode at people, because he's telling you very clearly, hey, this is the reality. This is the reality. We're not doing changes at the macro level, period. Okay? So, with that in mind, that's my position of what's happening between DirectD and the auditing community. I want to put some of the videos and coverage from that I experienced yesterday in the Nose Kings March, and go from there, and cover a little bit about that, because I think I covered this, in a lot of details, what I think is happening with the community and DirectD. So I want to put some of the videos from yesterday. Let me see if I could bring some of the clips that I have from yesterday. So for those that don't know, yesterday they had a national No Kings Day, and while I'm putting my videos, this is one of those areas where you think these people are stupid, because how can you have a No Kings Day in a place where you could still do what you did? If he was really a king, like you're trying to say, right? Then true, this thing is driving crazy. You know what? Let me just do something here. So I think it's still following me. I don't want it to follow me. Seriously? I'm not gonna fight with this while I'm live. I'm sorry, guys. I really, this is tiresome. So, okay, just leave it there. I don't care. Whatever. So, anyway, this is one of the stupid things that we see here in America, right? Is that, right? Like right now, you're telling that this is a no king's day because Trump is acting like a king, but you were able to go out there and do this protest with no one bothering you. You are idiots. There was no king there. No kings, right? So, but anyway, let's start putting some of the videos that I had from yesterday. While I was out there, I think this was like the first event that I experienced with someone immediately. So here, and in a lot of these videos, I use the race card because some of these people, if you look at the people that are here, most of them are white people trying to protect immigrants, like illegal immigrants. So anyway, I'm just gonna put it out there and let you guys listen to it and analyze it. So here is the first video of some of the events that happened yesterday. Yeah, I am peaceful.
Okay, so why would you come to a protest that...
Because, oh wait, hold on. Isn't this America, and free speech is one of the things you guys are protecting?
It is.
It's not my free speech to be here.
It is your free speech.
Okay, let's start there.
But why would you want to come somewhere just to rile
people up? No, I don't want to route them up. I want to take their opinions and have a conversation. That's all I want to do.
Well, that of course.
Yeah, definitely.
For that.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to that.
Everyone is entitled in America, right? That's the whole point of what we're doing, right?
Yeah, there's other people up there doing that.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. So, as you can see, they immediately assumed that I was going there to rat out people, to do things, negative. That's one of the videos that I have from out there, one of the clips that I took. I posted some of these videos on Twitter, X, and my X account, so you guys could go see them there, if, afterwards. So let's go to the second clip. Let's go to cut 17. Here we go. And this is the one that I recorded a lot of the signs that they have and the idiocy that they're putting in this signs. And well, I'm gonna let you guys make the decision of how much idiocy is in this video. So let's go. Here we are. This is US 1. This is Cocoa Boulevard, but in reality this is US 1. And I want to take a shot of the people here. As you can see, let me just do a little coverage here. There's the people in both sides. Let's walk through here. Yeah.
It is. They sound like a bunch of little schoolboys.
So let's stop it there. Resist the felon fascist. As priceless. I just gotta say it's priceless, because you're gonna see very soon who are the really fascists. You're gonna see it very soon in the next clip when I try to interview someone and how they reacted when I try to interview, and just ask a simple question. You guys are going to see this right now. I identify as a Puerto Rican because I have Puerto Rican background and I speak Spanish, and I wanted to see if that would be able to help me to speak better, with some of the people there. And you will see it in the video, but here's the contradictions of what they're quote unquote promoting and what they really are.
Take care of the week before. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
ICE equals Gestapo. See what I'm saying? Like, this is the idiocy of this science.
How many times do you have to impeach a guy?
How many times you gotta impeach the guy?
Until you get him out.
Until we get him out. Look, you hear him? You hear them. There's no reason to impeach him, but we gotta impeach him all this time until we get him out. Let's continue. So, no one is illegal on stolen land. That's the other one, right? So this is beautiful, right? Let me go back to my main screen here for 1 second. No one is illegal in stolen land. Did we really stole the land? So when the Indians used to occupy other Indians' land, were they stealing their land too? Which of the lands, or which people is the first one here that really are the descendant of that land? If we go back generations, you're going to see that this has always been the case, and where some group, dominates another group and stay with their land. The colonization has been forever. As a matter of fact, in some instances, continues to happen. So, you saying that this is stolen land, it's not stolen, it's colonized land. It's idiotic to say this kind of things. This is what we're dealing with, and again, it comes back to education. It comes back to knowing the story, knowing about who's first, who was after, and all that stuff. But we keep going in the same circles with stupid people, idiotic people. So let me go to the next clip. Let me see if this is the clip. Give me a second. Oh yeah, there you go. So, okay, so in this clip, it's the first time I actually try to interact with someone. So you understand. It was quote unquote a veteran that was sitting in a chair, and I very politely asked him a few questions. I did use the race card of being Puerto Rico. Free speech is for them. It's not real facts. I know, Joel. That's the thing. That's the thing. So I'm gonna open the lines very soon, Joel, if you want to call in and have a conversation. But let me put this video, because after this video I'm gonna open the line and you guys could call in and we could talk about this. So let's see this video so you understand where I'm coming from when they say that free speech, they're trying to protect, and they're no kings and all that, when they are the ones that don't even understand the Constitution. So let's go here. And let me change the...
Can I ask you a quick question, sir? I'm a Hispanic. I'm from Puerto Rico. Okay? How is Trump breaking democracy right now? For all of us right now. Can you give me one example of that?
So I ask him a very simple question. I say, give me just one example how Trump is interfering or breaking democracy to us right now. That's it. One example.
Yo hablo español. Yo no estoy mintiendo que hablo español.
So I prove to them that I'm Hispanic, that I speak Spanish.
That's a question.
I know. Yeah, I'm over here. It's like 1,000 ways.
Now, there you go. There's like 1,000 ways that he's doing it. They cannot give you like one example. This is the dilemma. Right now, you're having a conversation in where you're trying to like understand their point, understand their position, understand what they're trying to accomplish, right? But for some reason, they cannot give you that one reason at this point. So let's continue. Because I think at the end here, he tries to establish a point, but we cannot have the conversation because you're going to see how the people that are there to organize free speech, be a no king, no, in favor of our Constitution and all that. These people right now, let me see if I move this way, this thing. Okay. Anyway, so I think I know what is going on. Give me a second, guys. Layers. So where's that? This. I think the issue. No, it's not. Oh wait, layers. Yep. Here we go. That was the issue. I was like, what's going on? So now, here, I have to do this. Hey, ho! Don't start messing with me because I thought I fixed it. So anyway, so this is the point you're gonna see where they starting to mess, with the whole concept of me having a conversation with him. So here we go.
But just give me one right now because I don't feel it, right? As a Puerto Rican, I don't feel that. So I'm asking you so you can help me educate me.
Yes. Antifa. So I've got my Antifa t-shirt on. And my Antifa hat.
Well, okay, so if I start...
Cemetery is full.
Let me ask you a question. If I start doing crimes as a Christian...
So here's the part of it. And this is where you see how these people are in a cult in reality. Because you're going to see... And I want to go back a little bit to this clip because it's extremely important right now that we discuss this part. He says with the Antifa thing, he's violating democracy. Right? Okay, so you got a radical group that is using the anti-fascist symbol, right, to commit heinous crimes and violent crimes, not against one person, against multiple people here in the United States right now. But now everyone is Antifa. I got an Antifa shirt. I got an Antifa hat because anything that is United States is against anti-fascist. And then they think that we don't know what this means. But this is where I use the example of Christians doing crimes with the name Christianity, and they don't have an answer. Here we go.
Ask you a question. If I start doing crimes as a Christian, and I say I'm a Christian, but I start doing crimes, and more people start doing crimes as a Christian, and they say Christians are bad, right? Isn't that the same thing? Antifa is taking a name and doing bad things with it. I have covered it. I had covered that. NGO was sent to the hospital. You know who NGO is? It's a gay journalist that was sent by Antifa to the hospital multiple times. Yes, anti-fascist. I know exactly.
You see, look, there's a girl that comes and says, you know what Antifa is? See, like, they think that we are stupid. They go with the same radical, like, mentality and stupidity, repeating the same thing over and over. It's like a script on the left, because now everyone is going to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Antifa means anti-fascist. We are all anti-fascist. She even asked me, are you anti-fascist? You see, this is the game. This is the way that they try to portray that Antifa is good, right? The word, but then they're not looking at the organization that is using that word as the, name for them to effectuate violent crimes here in America, even terrorist acts. But they don't want to admit to that. This is the problem. If Christians were doing this, the same thing, using Christian name as a way to effectuate these crimes, I will tell you, I will be against it, no matter what, because that's not what we believe on. But this is why the way that they try to justify things.
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. What you guys are trying to do right now by blocking other people's speech.
No, this is free speech.
Exactly.
This is
And what they did to Charlie Kirk is free speech too.
no, that was murder.
Exactly.
This is free speech.
Exactly. It is the same thing. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go instigate other people?
Look. You see, there we go. Stop. Can you do me a favor and you go instigate other people? I was not instigating that guy. I was having a clear conversation with him to explain to me how Trump, out of the 1,000 times that he said he was doing it, was actually violating democracy. Now, for them, this is instigating. Not having a conversation, not having free speech. And check how I respond to her like leaving here. Go.
Can you go instigate other people?
I'm not instigating. I just asked him a question and you got involved in the conversation. How are you talking for him now? Now you're preventing his free speech.
No.
Boom! Now you're preventing his free speech. No, I'm not. So why you interfere and not letting him talk? Why are you saying that I don't think he wants to talk no more with you? Interesting, huh? Look, let's listen to this part again.
For him now you're preventing his free speech.
No, I'm
Bye-bye.
not.
Yes, you are.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Don't engage with him. You're not engaged with him.
Hey, listen to this part, because the guy who's sitting right behind this palm that you're gonna see right now makes me turn around because he says something very interesting. It's illegal. Listen, it goes back to the same concept of what we were discussing about auditing and how people don't know these rights. And they are quote unquote protecting these rights. They are supposedly protecting these rights on the street by doing a protest because Trump is not allowing these rights to be flourished or used in the United States of America. Look at the stupidity behind these people. Check this out. It's illegal for you to take pictures. You heard that in the background. It's illegal for you to take pictures. So here's where I have to school them.
What?
Don't take pictures.
It is not illegal.
Instigator.
It's free speech.
Bye.
It's free speech.
Now I'm instigator. See this? I'm not exercising. And this is the way that people get mad and probably do something to me. Because they are calling me an instigator. They're not respecting my right to be there. Instead of just don't engage with him. Let him be. Right? He's there doing his free speech. He's free press. And we just don't have to talk to him. No. He's an instigator. You see now, when you say that, how people that are hearing that gonna react? That I'm instigating them. I'm trying to, create a rouse out of them, and they could react in a different way. And you're gonna see that very soon too. So anyway, I have to school this guy.
It's free speech. You the king. You the king.
So I call him the king now, right? Because he's trying to prevent me from exercising my rights. And he got really mad when I said this. So check this out.
Free speech. You the king. You the king. You the king. I'm a Hispanic Puerto Ricano and I support Trump.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. De Vega Alta, del barrio Breña de Vega Alta.
Then this guy is supposedly a Puerto Rican and says that I'm not Puerto Rican. Oof. That hurt me a lot. So I have to hit him with that.
I am.
And let me make this clear because a lot of people may not know this. Puerto Ricans and Puerto Rico is part of the United States. It's like saying you're a Texan or saying you're a Floridian or saying you're, from XYZ place or any other state. So when I'm saying I'm a Puerto Rican, I'm not saying it because I want to be identified only as, a Hispanic person. It's because I'm also proud of coming from the island of Puerto Rico. My culture, like Hawaiians and anyone like that, it's no difference than that. But a lot of people misconstrue that as me trying to use a race card or anything. No, I'm using my state or my territory as saying like I am part of you guys, but I also got this type of cursor. So, but this guy is trying to say that I'm not. So I have to give him like a clear understanding. This is where I come from. This is where I was raised in this town. I even gave him the house that I raised in and the street that I was raised in Puerto Rico.
Yes, I am de Vega Alta, del barrio Breña de Vega Alta, en Cerro Gordo. Go look for it.
You're Puerto Rican? Maybe
Yes, I
we
am.
can throw you some paper towels.
This is the stupid comment. Listen, and again, we go to the same stupidity that people keep repeating and the idiocy of this people being on the left. Oh, if you're Puerto Rican, we could throw you some paper towel. Look at what she said. Listen, and you tell me who are the real racists here. How are you gonna say that instead of saying, listen, that was wrong that he threw the paper? No. But this is the problem, and this is how I battle that one because I did cover that video before too.
Go look for it.
You're Puerto Rican? Maybe
Yes, I
we
am.
can throw you some paper towels. I
What?
bet you'd really like that
What?
if we threw you some paper towels.
He never threw paper towers.
he
You gotta
did.
see the video. I
I
covered the
saw
video.
that with my
I covered the
own
video. The
eyes.
30
I saw
seconds.
the
The
video.
30 seconds that they show you. Yeah.
Whatever.
You see, I should say the 30 seconds that they show you, you know? Yeah, exactly, Joel, the famous paper tower thing. Yeah, so they show you the 30 seconds video, you believe it, and you're not going to see the whole 6.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
saw him throwing paper towels.
Calle 1, casa 288, del barrio Breña de Vega Alta fue donde me crié. ¿Ok? La familia Esperón, la puedes buscar. Esperón.
¿Y qué tú vaqueas?
Aquello vaqueo a Trump. Yes.
And then listen, he asked me, ¿y qué yo vaqueo? Like, what you behind of? And I say, I back Trump. And then he called me, listen to it.
Exacto. Como puertorriqueño vaqueo a Trump. Exacto.
And he called me, you a disgrace. Again, instead of understanding my position, you are the worst part of the earth because you support Trump. You are a disgrace. That's why he called me a disgrace in Spanish. Let's continue.
Una desgracia eres tú,
So I said, you are the disgrace. Because I'm not going to stay quiet.
que tú tienes un supuesto sirviendo en Estados Unidos y estás haciendo esto.
And I said, you supposedly serve in the United States and now you're doing this.
I'm not agitated. I ask a simple question.
And now he says, you just an agitator. Again, I've never agitated no one. I asked a simple question to a person that was sitting down. After that, I got roused up. Definitely, I'm not going to stay quiet. But I only asked a simple question to a supposed veteran that was sitting down in a chair. So let's continue.
To a veteran right there, I just asked a simple question. I asked him why he was breaking democracy. That's all I asked.
You have a name, sir?
Yes, I do.
Because you do not have my permission to use
Oh,
that.
yes.
And here we go. This is the second person. So you see how this is a main issue in the United States. Here's the second issue, second person with the same position. You don't have my permission to record me. Again, an educational problem. This is a generational problem that is happening throughout the times. It's not something new. And at the micro level, right, I made a change because I convinced him that this was part of the First Amendment. But that doesn't change a lot of things. Probably a lot of people there are going to still think that it's still illegal to record because these people at the macro level don't understand it. Let's listen to that part.
Free speech. It's free speech.
No, you don't
It
have
is.
my
You
permission
support
to
free
use it
speech or not?
anyway.
Wait, hold on. You support free speech or not?
Yes.
Exactly. So this is considered free speech. The freedom of press. There's five. Listen 1 second. There's 5 elements of the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Probably none of you guys know it. Freedom of press.
Yes.
Press. That's freedom of
So
press.
you're going to publish these in a newspaper. That's cool.
And
Also, you're going to publish this in a newspaper. No. It's not about a newspaper. It's about every single individual in the United States have freedom of press. Every citizen in the United States have freedom of press. Period. You don't need You don't need a permission slip, right? You have the Constitution. Read the damn Constitution. I don't need that permission. I already was given that right when I was born. Not even by the Constitution. The Constitution is saying that the government cannot interfere with those rights. It's that simple. You see that this is where a lot of people are still confused. Let's continue.
My channel. I got a channel. I got a podcast. Freedom of press.
Well,
Okay, it's called the Decoder Show.
And you see the woman behind, if you see on the left side, she's gonna like, yes, he does. You know, it's his right. You know what I'm saying? He is right. So these people don't even know the 5 elements of the Constitution, of the First Amendment of the Constitution. This is where we you know, it's so outrageous that we gotta be here. And these people talking about no kins, right? When they are doing, you know, things that are against the democracy that they trying to proclaim they protecting.
So you can look for his ballot.
well, my
Okay.
condolences if you support Trump.
Okay.
And then he goes, my condolences if you support Trump. And look what I answered.
Okay, that's fine. Amen for you too.
Amen to you too. That's all I respond. So that was another clip. Let me see if I could bring another clip. And I like right before I'm gonna bring this clip, I want to say, let me see if I could put my phone number here. So you guys could start calling. Let's see, can I do this? And I do this. Let's see. And I want to put 3, 2, 1. Let me see if I could work this out and set the number. I haven't done this in a while. So okay, here layers, and let's put one more layer, and let's do this. And yeah, that's good, but we want to put it in a different place. So we want to make it smaller, and we want to put it here and up and right around there maybe. Yeah, let's leave it there for now. So there's the phone number, 321-613-8339. If you want to start calling us and talk to us and have a conversation about what was happening. So what is the comment right now? I always have with me the Constitution, and oh yeah. You know, you have to have that. You know, we have to have it all the time. You know, that's the key, right? Because these people don't even know what is in here, but they are talking about protecting it and talking about all this bullshit and this protest. That is not even funny that they even protecting something they don't even know what they're protecting or what they're fighting for. It's just it's incoherent. So anyway, the number is there, 321-613-8339. That number will be answered only while we are live. So if you're live right now, if you're seeing us live and you want to call in, you could call in. Give me a second right here. Let me just open the lines. You could also text us. It doesn't necessarily have to be a call. I could get text. I could read your text messages. So if you want to like call us or send us a text, that would be great. And we could talk about it. So anyway, with that in mind, let's go to the next clip of the events that I recorded. Yes, I got hours of this, recorded like 2 hours. I took clips of the most important things that happened. I did post the whole interaction because, again, I try to be open and transparent. The whole interaction is from beginning to end. All 3 videos are in my Rumble channel, and the Decoder Show at Rumble. So if you go to rumble.com, Decoder Show, and look for it, you're gonna find all the 3 videos, the whole interactions. If you want to be bored by seeing the people there, I'm gonna be honest with you. There were more people than what I expected in this things. I do not know if they were coming from different towns or if they were local or not. But Brevard County is usually a very right-leaning county here in Florida, and I saw a lot of people there. More than what I thought. I seen events before in this area against Trump from the left, and I didn't I didn't see a lot of people before, but this time I did see a considerable amount of people. So I think the cult, the convincing of this cult that Trump is quote unquote a king or the actions that he's doing with ICE are completely unconstitutional, etc. That message is reviving a lot of people on the left. So even though it's incoherent, it's incoherent and it's not true. You have people that believe it, and that's the worst part about it. You know, that's where the real cult comes in. Anyway, if you want to call 321-961. I'm sorry, 321-613-8339, 321-613-8339. You could call us and we could have a conversation. If you agree, disagree, whatever, there it goes. You could go ahead and do what you got to do. So let's go to clip number 4. Okay, so this one is cool because this one you're gonna see when I touch about them, they didn't like about the them being the cause of Charlie Kirk's death and that they are the violent ones. Well, let's let the video express itself, not me. Here we go. Let me put the audio.
That's the problem.
You know better than us too?
Yeah.
How?
You know what the FISA court is?
Hold on. This is the one that they show. This is another one. This is where they show that they are the real racist one. So let me show you this video because this one is good. I'm sorry. This is not the one that they show the violence. Racism is violence in a way, if you want to call it that. But I want you to listen clearly to this. Is a short one. This is just 1 minute and 19 seconds. But I want you to listen to what she says when I ask the question. Okay? She says, you guys know better. And I'm like, yeah, in a way we do. So I asked her about the FISA courts because a lot of them still don't understand what happened when they spy on Trump and all this stuff, right? So I just giving you a little bit of background of what happened in this video because it's short. So she goes, you guys know better? And I'm like, yeah, we know better. And she says, how? And I said, okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you know what the FISA court is? So listen to her answer. Here we go.
And me too. That's the problem.
You know better than us too?
Yeah.
How?
You know what the FISA court is?
What English are you speaking?
FISA.
Listen. What English are you speaking? Listen. Let's go back.
And me too. That's the problem.
You know better than us too?
Yeah.
How?
You know what the FISA court is?
What English are you speaking?
Do you know what the FISA court is? What English are you speaking?
FISA court. Do you know what it is?
What English are you speaking?
Hablo español también. Now you're being a racist towards me because...
Listen to this part. Now you're being racist towards me because I don't speak English correctly. And listen, look at her answer. This is the important part. Let's go back.
FISA court. Do you know what it is?
What English are you speaking?
Hablo español también. Now you're being a racist towards me because I don't speak English correctly? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
What she just said. Because I don't speak English correctly, she's being racist towards me and what she says. Did I say that? No, let's go.
Now you're being a racist towards me because I don't speak English correctly? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the racist people. Your people. That's it.
Not my people.
That's what you protesting with. That's what you protesting with.
That's why I'm here.
Hablo español y inglés y entonces me dice que no puedo hablar inglés. Well, but she's in your protest, right? And she's being racist to a Hispanic. She was racist towards me right now. Right? Yeah, she was. Y tú eres hispana también. Yo soy de Puerto Rico.
People are ugly.
I know, but that's your side. You see, I've been in Trump rallies. And not even one person is racist towards me speaking Spanish. I have done shows in Spanish. A woman right there right now in your group.
Well, she's not in our group. She's just one of the many people here.
Right.
She's one of the many people here. Right, but that's the problem. That's the people that are on your side. The ones that promote racism, the ones that promote violence, because I'm going to show you another video right now, and where you're going to see exactly what happened, and again, trying to instigate saying and calling us infiltrators. So, let's go.
But that's wrong, right? It is wrong.
I'm
It
not
is wrong.
condoning it, but
Exactly.
don't say shit with us because
Well, she's
we're all
here.
here
Yeah.
on our own.
Exactly.
You know?
So there you go. That's another clip. So let me go to the next clip. Those are things that happened yesterday while I was at the No Kings protest event in Brevard County in the US 1 and 520 corner. So let me go to the next event, clip 5, because this one is going to be good. Because this is going to show the real violent ones, because you know they we are the violent ones, and I have to cover that before we end today's transmission, because it's important that we cover and we understand the data, because you know that I always give you the data and the importance of how they play these games and how can we argue back to them. But let me finish with this video, and then we're going to go to that supposed reports that the right is the one that is more violent and causes more death here in the United States. So let's go and cover this video first. Clip 5. Let's go to clip 5, and here we go.
My man.
Trump 28. My man. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Oh, here's the infiltrator.
Okay, so there was a guy with the a MAGA hat, right? And I say, my man, I was saying hi to him. I was not even doing what? Engaging with any of them. I was just saying hi to another guy that had a hat there, right? Now they started calling us again infiltrators, and what you're trying to do is incite what happens, and you're gonna see exactly what happens now. Let's go.
Infiltrators. You do realize that
Infiltrators.
Democracy is free speech, right? Is this free speech or freedom of press?
You're trying to incite violence again.
I'm trying to incite violence by saying that supposedly what they're trying to promote, democracy, is freedom of speech. So here, let's see who's the violent ones. Let's go.
Guess what? We ain't taking the bait.
Violence.
Back up.
Who killed Charlie Kirk? Who killed Charlie Kirk? We did. You guys did.
No.
So who killed Charlie Kirk? We did? No, you guys did.
Let's not
You guys did.
We didn't.
Yes, you did. Look, you see right there. Look, that's it.
See, and I point out that the guy has the middle fingers when no one was doing any threats or middle finger or insulting or saying any bad words to anyone, right? Let's see his reaction now.
There you go. Touch me.
He gets really close to me, like almost in my face. One of the women have to put a hand between him and me, so that's why I put the camera this way so he doesn't touch my camera.
Exactly. Don't get close to me.
I said, do not get close to me, and I'm at this point I'm really mad. So the other woman says, no, and tried to take him away from me, but I'm not retracting back. I'm standing my ground.
Don't get fucking close to me.
And I say, don't get close to me. He says, fuck you.
Don't get fucking.
Come on
What
now.
are you?
Come on.
What are you?
And I said, what are you gonna do when you get close to that? What are you gonna do, right?
Hey,
Pendejo.
I said, you're not gonna do nothing, pendejo. Pendejo is a word in Spanish.
Tú eres un pendejo.
And I said, tú eres un pendejo. And he said, fuck you, you pendejo back. So
Pendejo eres.
And you see how he still tried to do something with his hand in front of me and try to hit me again.
I did not put the finger out. I didn't do nothing at you.
And I call him out. I said, I didn't do nothing at you. I didn't put the finger out at you. I didn't do nothing at you. I was just saying hi to another guy who was coming down. And look how he reacts now, because he just realized the fucked up part that he just did. And look at this.
You got mad.
I got mad at your old asshole.
I got mad at you, asshole. Like your asshole, the other guy. So why you come to me? And this is the kind of thing that we're trying to say in the right. Is that the violence is on the left. You see how they react? You see that picture is clear there. There's nothing that is different. It's clear that he was the one who trying to attack me. So with that in mind, I got it before I finish, and I know we're a little bit over an hour already, but I got to talk about this. I got to have this conversation with you. In the United States, there are still groups that are called neo-Nazis or white supremacist groups. those groups are committing a lot of the violent crimes. Yes. But what they're doing on these reports is they're linking those people to the right. They're saying like Nazis and white supremacists are right people, are people on the right. And that is not the truth. People on the right are usually Christian, conservatives, and capitalists. If you're a Christian, you're not a white supremacist. If you're a Christian, you're not a neo-Nazi. So this is lies. This is a way to try to justify the fact that they are saying that most of the crimes are on the right. And that's a lie. We have to fight these battles of these lies in this country. Most of the crimes between the left and the right are in the left. The neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, they're in their own group. Those people do not belong to the right. As a matter of fact, multiple times, Trump has denied them, has represented saying, I do not support them, I don't know who they are, and I don't want to have nothing to do with them. So you cannot classify the crimes that the neo-Nazis are doing and the crimes that the white supremacists are doing as crimes committed by the right, period. We have to learn to talk about this because it is very clear that they're trying to use those numbers to say that the right commits the most of the crimes in the United States because they're trying to link what is the crimes of the white supremacists and the crimes of the neo-Nazis to the right. As a matter of fact, a lot of historians have said that Hitler was not in the right. He had left ideas. So most of these people have left ideas. It's that simple. But what they're trying to do is twist the story to make you believe that the right commits most of the crimes in the United States throughout the last 10 years. And that is not the case. I want you to understand how they get into this conclusion. How they build in these reports. They build in these reports based on lies. Because if you're a true conservative, if you're a true Christian, if you're a true conservative and constitutional person, you do not believe in white supremacy, you don't believe in neo-Nazis, period. So they linking those people to the right is absolutely incorrect and a way to manipulate their reports to try to lie about the reality that the left is the one that is right now the violent side in United States of America. Well, people, I love you all. Thank you for your time today. I'm gonna start to be more online and more, bring more of this information constantly. So if you want to send us a text even after the show is over, you know how to send us. It's 321-613-8339, 321-613-8339, and we will be trying to do our best to come live more often from now on. So we got almost everything set up in the studio. I got this little issue with the camera still following, but I will fix that soon. And we should be able to come back and start doing a lot of our content. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one in the Decoder Show. God bless you all and see you next time.